This is courthouse with MassLive.com. I'm outside the Moakley Courthouse in South Boston, federal courthouse, and behind me there is a small group of protesters, medical marijuana supporters. They're not happy with Attorney General Jeff Sessions' decision to rescind the Cole memo. That's an Obama administration memo that let marijuana businesses flourish in states that had legally voted to approve or broadly legalize marijuana. So it's a small group of folks outside. Massachusetts legalized medical marijuana in 2012. In 2016, voters went to the polls. 53% said to legalize recreational marijuana. And it's unclear at this point whether Jeff Sessions is saber-rattling, but it spooked a number of folks. It's spooked some patients from people I've talked to, and it's also caused some potential businesses to rethink whether they should be setting up marijuana business, medical or recreational, in Massachusetts. I think you guys have read on MassLive.com and elsewhere about how some businesses are having to switch to cash only because it is and there you go. That's the link right there. Some businesses are switching to cash only because of the Sessions move there. Now, what Sessions has reportedly done is he has told that local U.S. attorneys, so that's federal prosecutors in the states, it's up to them to use their discretion in terms of how to prosecute marijuana crimes. Marijuana is still a federally illegal drug, and I think for advocates, they're trying to figure out exactly how they're going to do this and how they're going to go forward. Again, courthouse with MassLive.com. I'm in South Boston, outside a federal courthouse, and behind me there are some protesters unhappy with Jeff Sessions' talk about a potential crackdown on marijuana where it's been legalized in the states. And again, the U.S. attorney, the local federal prosecutor here, is Andrew Lelling. He just got installed, and he has said that he cannot guarantee immunity from prosecution. And again, that's spooked patients. That's talked to. That's made it tougher for businesses, or at least given a bigger degree of uncertainty in an already uncertain arena. Because it's still illegal at the federal level, and sorry, I guess I'm in the way here a little bit. But again, courthouse with MassLive.com. Hi, Amy. Good to see you. All right. There's some supporters across the street here, voicing their support. All right, let's talk to some of the folks here that are here in support. And before we do that, Kyle, thank you for weighing in there. The feds need to back it up and allocate their resources for other problems. That's your comment there. Governor Baker has actually said the same thing. He said a couple of days ago, he told myself and a couple of other reporters that he would prefer that the federal prosecutors focus on fighting fentanyl, fighting street drugs, rather than marijuana. That's a bit of a change of a position for him, because in 2016 he opposed legalization of marijuana. But he acknowledged the voters spoke. 53% voted for recreational. And his administration actually sought to reform the medical marijuana program. It had run into some problems under Deval Patrick's administration, and the Baker administration overhauled it. The patients, medical marijuana patients, are much happier with the status of the program now under Governor Baker. Governor Baker is trying to sit down with the U.S. attorney and talk with folks. I see folks are gathering around the protesters here, so let's take a look at what they're saying.
opioid epidemic here in Massachusetts, and Governor Baker has been vocal that we should not use limited resources here to prosecute anyone who's using the medical marijuana program or having a legitimate business. And also, the Secretary of Public Safety had come out and said that the police and law enforcement will not be participating in any of the enforcement of those legitimate needs. So we're here to demonstrate and rally.
What was your reaction when you heard what Jeff Sessions was saying and when you read what Andrew Lelling was saying as well?
I was disappointed, but we also sort of expected it. It's an unpredictable administration, so while we weren't surprised, we were disappointed.
Has your group called U.S. Attorney Lelling and asked for a meeting, maybe sit down and talk about your concerns?
No, we have not.
Do you plan to?
I believe his statement was straightforward.
Okay, so you don't see reason to talk with him?
We'll talk with him if he would love to talk with us. Thank you.
Are you afraid of raids on the supply chain? Is that your main concern?
We're afraid of disruption in the already built infrastructure. The pulling of the Cole Memorandum and the other discussions we've been having about Lelling's disposition has caused a chill, and some of the independent businesses that are participating in the medical marijuana industry have made decisions to back off based on that risk, and we appreciate the businesses that are continuing to participate in the medical marijuana industry because they're serving patients' needs.
Do you feel like the patients of medical marijuana are getting swept up in what might be more controversial with recreational marijuana?
Yes, sometimes it can be conflated. Absolutely.
And potentially also infringing on what you've experienced now since 2012.
Correct. We have a patient population here. They're vulnerable and sick people, and we always want to keep that in mind when we are pushing back on federal government, that we remain pragmatic and practical. And we want to make sure that we protect the population that we're defending.
What problems, I know some of the dispensaries are no longer taking debit cards or anything. What problems have you encountered in the past week with changes?
That was an independent vendor, so independent businesses can assess that risk and whether or not they want to participate. But the dispensaries are here, they are opened, and whether or not they'll find another payment processor, that remains to be seen, but it's a temporary problem. It puts patients at risk because they have to go through an extra step to get medicine. They'll have to go out and find an ATM, get cash, and they'll have large amounts of cash on their person, which is not what we want. We want a regulated system that's safe and healthy for patients.
Do you want anything from state level leaders or the CCC?
The state level has responded. Governor Baker had said that he would rather the limited resources be put to good use elsewhere rather than legitimate businesses here in Massachusetts. I very much appreciate that statement because patients get to see the leader that we have here in Mass. Governor Baker was very compassionate, and also the Secretary of Public Safety, Dennis Bennett, he said that law enforcement will not be participating in the enforcement of legitimate businesses, and we also appreciate that statement.
Can we get your name one more time, please?
It's Nicole Snow, Nichole, SNOW.
Perfect,
And
thank
the
you.
name of your organization?
Massachusetts Patient Advocacy Alliance. And there's also patients behind me here that also use medical marijuana for
Yeah,
their
right, like this young lady. Come into our studio. Come on, come on.
And Michael Tulip is the registered qualified patient to the advisory board of cannabis control commission as well.
So, would you mind speaking to us here into our makeshift sidewalk studio? Everybody all set here? Young lady, could we just get your name first of all?
Michelle Novak Herman.
Can you spell some of that?
MICHELLENOVACKHERMAN.
And you are a patient, right?
I am a patient. I'm a medical refugee that came from Florida. I have a daughter who has special needs, and we we are here basically for when she has seizures. We had thought about going to Colorado, but the altitude just wasn't the right thing for her, and so we came here. Well, I'm very concerned about what's going to happen. I mean, there's a lot of kids that need to have their licenses renewed, and there's only one doctor right now in the entire state that can do it. And the waiting lines are just incredible, and these kids cannot go off their medicine, not even for 1 hour, not even one dose.
Forgive me, but if we could narrow the focus a little bit in terms of reacting to this federal shift, which just occurred this week.
Very scary.
Talk to us about that.
I'm really worried about what if we're going to have a medical program. I'm very worried if they're going to start coming after us. If Jeff Sessions is going to try to get the list of all the people who had signed up for medical cards. We did everything legally, and now we're being told that no, it's not. It's very scary.
To what extent, just to follow up on scary, to what extent does it send a chill?
I worry that there's no protections for me as far as I have children, and I don't want my kids, being taken away by DCF. I don't want to be arrested because I'm using medicine that is helping me instead of using opioids. I had a C4 to C6 fusion, and I was addicted to opioids in Florida, and it was very hard to get off of it. With cannabis, I'm able to control my pain.
So you moved to Massachusetts specifically.
Yes.
Did you say your daughter also?
My daughter suffers from seizure disorders, so we are trying to get her a card.
Hey folks, Gdumcius with MassLive. I'm in South Boston. My battery of my phone is about winding down, so just wanted to say thanks for tuning in. And stay tuned to MassLive.com. We're going to have more coverage of this. Big shift in Massachusetts underway. Regulators are still moving forward with as if the law is the law in the state. Marijuana is legal. They're moving to open retail pot shops in July 2018. We'll see what happens. Obviously, this is a fairly fluid situation, so stay tuned and keep checking MassLive.com for the latest.